Moosion Impossible Cowabunga has a fair share of deleted scenes that did not make it into the final film, and I'm going to share two of them with you right now. One of the scenes is earlier on in the film during the auction, and it's more so kind of a flashback scene of during it, when Agent Josh and Kevin and Yevgeny are hacked out of their comms. In the film, as it stands, is implied that it's someone interfering with the signal to kind of shake him loose, and it is implied to be Yama and Bowler Hat Guy. And actually, in this deleted scene, it would have been revealed to have been Big Papa, who knows that someone is hijacking the call. And it's a scene which gives Big Papa a bit more of a character, where it shows a cut part of Richard Bad Guy's arc, where it's good influence versus bad influence with Big Papa and Cisco. And the reason that I cut the scene is mainly due to the fact that we couldn't get everything that I wanted from it, with all the different scenes that were supposed to be filmed alongside that ended up not happening due to some very catastrophic production issues. So I ended up cutting the scene because it felt that it led on the audience to believe something that never gets followed up. And I didn't want to leave that open. And so instead it tied it in that Big Papa is just plain and simple bad influence. Just that, because the scene would have, as it's about to show you, would have implied a bit more to Big Papa that never would have been followed up in the film, so that's why the scene was cut. Take a look.
I've overloaded the surrounding signals to ensure security for what I'm about to tell you. I fear this situation isn't as straightforward as you may think. It's more than about the cow. It's set up by someone who's been doing this for a long, long time. Someone who's supposed to be in prison. The Bowler Hat Guy. There's a scheme here. They've planned every step specifically to target you. You may not be one of us anymore. Those days are the past. But a final remark from an old friend. Good luck. This will be the last you hear of me. Goodbye, Richard.
Another scene that we filmed that didn't make it into the final film is a little confrontation between Yama and Bowler Hat Guy at the confrontation scene during the deal right before the race. And it would have been a scene that kind of sets the audience a little loose. The idea was that we'd have this, it seems that Bowler Hat Guy is in charge. Everything is going her way. And she turns around and it's just a 30-second confrontation between her and Yama, which go, well, girl, this year I gave you freedom, you need to choose it wisely. And as you'll see, it's something where actually the scene was cut due to a filming problem, to where it became a bit too obvious that Chief Justice Cal, or Avi, was Yama there. And I cut the scene solely because of that, because it kind of made the twist, you see it coming. But the idea was that it would lead the audience on, and it's actually pretty good that I think it's a good idea that it was cut, because it leaves it a bit more open, so it's a bit more of a twist when the shocking reveal finally happens.
This wasn't the plan. I gave you freedom. Use it wisely.
You want to punish him? This is our chance. This is our chance to bring him back to square zero. And I'll have more of my freedom.
Your obsessive need to gamble will not save you from judgment.
And you're going to be my driver. Not because my license got taken away.
Thank you for joining me with the two deleted scenes we're willing to share. There were a lot of others which could have been shared, which were in storyboards and script planning and such, but I only wanted to share some of the ones which did make it into production.